I'm Alexis. I go to USC, and a lot of people here have got some money to burn, and I can't really say I'm hurting myself, but I've noticed there's this one girl, my roommate, who doesn't really have that much. So this is a documentary about her. So what kind of clubs are you involved in?
I work as a receptionist and a web developer in the Student Life and Involvement Office. I'm an intern at LA Works, a nonprofit organization in Los Angeles, doing some web work and working with the Volunteer Business Council. I'm also in Sirens, which is an all-girls a cappella group. I work with MOVE, the Marshall Outreach and Volunteer Entrepreneurs. I'm on the e-board for that. And I'm in the Emerging Leaders program. I'm in class 16 hours a week. I work 16 hours a week. I intern maybe 10 hours a week. I'm in Sirens rehearsal 6 hours a week. And then I'd say I spend another 4 to 5 hours every week in other meetings and stuff like that. So adding that all together.
How much time do you spend on homework?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
And sleep?
Less than the homework time. Sleep is definitely a commodity here, and I tend to put other things first.
And what about socializing?
I really try and make my social life a priority, but during the week, I barely spend any time at all. On the weekends, I'll make time to, talk to people from my floor, catch up with my friends, but during the week, I'm pretty much working solidly.
So who pays for your college?
Who pays for my college? My parents do.
My parents.
My parents.
My parents.
My parents. Yeah.
Does anyone help you pay for college?
No. I have about $1,200 in loans every semester.
So how much money do you have to spend on yourself each month?
Maybe like $600.
I get $480. He gets more. Say what you get, bro.
I don't know how much I get.
He gets $1,300. I got you, don't trip.
Around 1.5 grand.
I don't have like a limit.
Oh,
But like, no,
okay.
it's not like.
I would say I spend maybe $20 a week on myself, maximum. Usually not even that much.
And are either of you worried enough about money that it affects your social life or your studies?
No.
No.
No, as of now.
Negative.
No, I don't think so. I mean, my parents are paying for college.
I think every college student is worried about debt. Very few people have absolutely no debt. But yeah, I'm concerned. I definitely, in picking my major and in making career choices, I keep in mind that I'm going to have monthly payments starting after college that I'm going to have to keep up with. There's a lot of stuff that I miss out on because I do have to work, and that is difficult. But I have to remind myself every day when I wake up that, this is what you got to do. You live with a lot that you're dealt, and I'm going to make the best of it. I think my money situation is always going to make my college career more difficult. The real challenge is to strike a balance between studying, keeping my grades up, and working so I can stay here because, I can't sacrifice either of them, but it's very difficult to do both at the same time. I need to keep my grades above a 3.5 in order to keep my scholarships and stay here, but at the same time, I can't cut back on my hours because I have bills to pay and I have financial commitments. So I think it's always going to make it a balancing act, and it's always going to make it more of a challenge. I thought it was going to be a lot more manageable, and in coming here, it's been incredibly difficult, not only because of the time commitments and stuff like that, which I've, adjusted to as the semester's gone on, but just the pressure, that's been the hardest part. And I definitely have had moments where I'm like, I can't do this. Just the sheer pressure of knowing that if you oversleep and lose your job, if you, don't study hard enough for that test and lose your scholarship, any one little mistake I make on any given day could end my college career. And I've watched my parents fight against not having college degrees their whole lives, and I'm so determined to make them proud and never have to go through what they went through. So that's a lot of pressure on my shoulders. And that's something I didn't expect coming in here. It's something I didn't count on. I think I'm getting my full college experience. I don't think I'm getting the quintessential freshman experience. I don't think I'm having the same experience as most of the people on my floor, in my social circle, because most of them don't come from where I come from. But I'm happy with the experience that I'm getting because working and paying for things and being completely financially independent is a part of my experience. And I may not be able to go out with them every time or, hang out and chill and have free time and relax and stuff like that, but I'm learning a lot from what I'm doing.
How do you feel about people who will say I have money to spare?
When being asked this question, I feel like everyone expects me to have a chip on my shoulder and be resentful of it, but I'm not, because that's the way those people grew up, and I grew up a different way. I'm so grateful. I'm rich in family, and I'm rich in love for my family and friends and stuff like that. And I love the way I grew up because it's made me the person I am today. I feel like I have a deeper appreciation for money and stuff like that than those people, and a deeper appreciation for the things that I do own, and that's more valuable to me than having more stuff. My parents are both incredibly supportive and incredibly stoked and are total diehard Trojans. I mean, if my mom could give up everything she had to put me through college, and if she could make it so I never had to work a day in my life and I could, come here no problem, I know she absolutely would do it. The fact is that they support me emotionally enough that it makes up for the fact that they can't support me financially. Watching my parents has definitely been an inspiration. Neither of them have college degrees. I'm first generation in college, and I've watched both of them not get jobs, not get promotions, not have opportunities because they're not college educated. And I think both of my parents are incredibly intelligent and have learned so much in the college of life and are wonderful people who have taught me a lot. But the sheer fact that they don't have a degree limits them in how far they can go, and thus has, limited me as far as my financial situation goes. But I couldn't have gotten here without the emotional support system that they've provided for me. Even though they haven't helped me financially, I can't emphasize enough how much they've helped me in other ways, how my dad helped me, edit my college essays, and how they've both helped, take me here and there and help me fill out this and that paperwork, and I wouldn't be here without them, absolutely. I work all these jobs for my future. I work these jobs because it's the only way I can go to USC. It's the only way I can keep going with college, and I know it'll pay off in the end. USC is where I wanted to go. I got a full ride to my second choice school, and I thought about it, but I mean, this is what's right for me. I'm willing to invest in myself and invest in my future, and I feel like even if it's harder for me to be at USC, even if I have to work a lot harder, that's where my heart is. I'm a Trojan, and that's all I ever want to be. It's worth it to me.